Shalom, this is Amonute Tayac of Piscataway, your friendly neighborhood Shuman, Sophia Spiritualite, the AmaruKhan Miriyam. And this is a video to introduce our product, our service, our community that we are building. We are the MariKaNa band of natives or Indians or whatever name. As I mentioned in a previous video, I don't particularly care for the term tribe. I'm a musician, so I like bands, and band is a term that has been used to denote groups of people, especially from where I'm from the DC area. It's very regular that people organize into bands, and so we are the MariKaNa band, and this is an open invitation for anyone who is interested to get more information. I just want to lay out what it is, what my goal is, and also how I believe this is going to operate. My goal is to get as many of our people as possible into a status in which a hostile foreign government does not possess ownership of their title. That is the goal. From there, a lot of other things can be done, but I feel like the most important thing is to not be owned, your title to be outside of the possession of a hostile foreign government. Now, the method that you take for this, which no one will ever tell you, you're not going to really find videos on it, although I do encourage you to do your research on what I'm discussing so you know what I'm talking about. But what we are talking about is beneficial ownership. There's many different ways to go about that, but just understand that a beneficial owner is the one who is on record as able to speak for a particular person or a particular organization. That is the beneficial owner. They're on record as the one who is the decision maker. If your title is not held under your status as beneficial owner, then you are under the title or the responsibility, or who is allowed to speak for you is the person who issued the title. So for people born in America, this would be the state. This would be the government in one way, shape, or form. They are the ones who are in possession of your title. And so it is, what I'm talking about is not sovereign anything. We don't do sovereignty. It doesn't make any sense. If you look up the definition of sovereign, it doesn't make any sense. We are approaching this from a tried and true legal standing. Not even a legal standing. It's just, it is what it is. Whoever has the title is the one who is the owner. And in order to get the title back in your possession, we have discovered that it actually is quite difficult and it takes a lot. And I do not feel comfortable selling or even giving that information out, like, to people without them first having the benefit of being outside of the system. And so that is why we are approaching this like this. Now, I have previously discussed people getting their names copywritten. That's going to be a part of the process. There's another part of the process where you have to get your birth certificate apostilled. A witness has to witness your birth certificate, and then there'll be a security agreement. This is not a free service because none of this stuff is free, and most of it you have to do yourself, actually. So this is not the kind of thing where we're going to do anything for you at this stage. This right here is, I need people to at least have their title outside of the possession of a hostile foreign government. That's really what this band is for. That doesn't, if you're in, other tribal apparatus whatever. It doesn't affect any of that, because I don't know a nice way to say this, but I will say it like this. Most of these organizations are not actually trying to get you free. What they're actually trying to do, knowingly or unknowingly, is not to throw shade or blame or anything. It's just that I don't think people understand how this works, because it costs money to learn this. It's not something you learn for free. Again, I have said that 1,000 times, and I don't know why people think they can do everything for free, but more power to them. Truly. But what people don't understand is, if you are recontracting with the government in any way by taking the benefit that they are so-called offering you, then you are actually not you are not separating yourself from them. And so what I do know is that if a person has a possession or beneficial ownership over your title, that they are able to do a lot of things with that information. And so I'm not blaming anyone or accusing anyone or anything like that, but I just want our people to have ownership over their title. We have a process that we are going to be implementing for this, but like I already mentioned the 3 parts of it. I'm not going to go over that again. So what we're doing now is intake, where we're going to have on a private Telegram channel, which is just for people who are interested in this kind of stuff. We're going to have Telegram meetings where people can ask questions and we can discuss things that cannot be discussed on the internet due to obvious reasons. The primary reason being there are people who want to know how to harm you using this information. And so I'm not going to willingly give people a method, a plan, a strategy to harm anyone, because that's not how I operate. And so we have to move very strategically so that no one gets harmed. So if you are interested in getting more information, asking questions about public versus private, about beneficial ownership, what does it mean? What does it entail? You have to have conversations in order to understand how to live as a private person. Again, this is not a sovereign person. This is not what that is. This has nothing to do with that term. And I'm saying that because I know that someone is going to try to use it against me and say, oh, well, you're trying to do sovereign stuff. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What I'm talking about is ownership. We are talking about ownership over here. It has nothing to do with sovereignty. 2 totally different concepts with totally different points. This is about ownership. We have to gain the ownership of our title. And because we did not learn all this information from one source, we are not beholden to one person from one source in order to carry this out. We're not. That's the best part of dealing with me. I don't have gatekeepers over top of me, nor am I going to gatekeep information. What I won't allow is for people to take this information and abuse people. And so and it's private information. I'm not allowed to share it in a public forum like this. I have to be aware of every person coming into our group, and it's not really a group. This is a service that we are going to provide under the guise of our band. Not the guise, but under the order of this band. It's like I guess you would call it like a secret society or whatever, but it's not that. It's just learning how to live in the private. This is all about private ownership. This is all about private ownership and how you can be an owner of yourself. You can't do it alone. This is what people have to understand. There's no way to do this process by yourself. There's also no way to do this process without understanding the difference between public and private and making sure that you change the way that you're operating. And it's not that you have to change a lot. You just have to change your thinking. And so that's what we will be discussing on our private Telegram channel. So if people are interested, they can send me an email. And I'm going to do another video discussing the MariKaNa name, so you can understand where that name come from, why I'm using it this way, and how to position yourself in your thinking of what a band or a tribe is supposed to do for you. So when you look for a tribe to join that is a true tribe, because again, this is a service, this is a product, this is a program that we're offering. This is not it's not a group, it's a program under the MariKaNa band, but it's a program. So when you are looking for a tribe, quote unquote, to join, you can find one that will help you achieve a particular goal, because that's why our people did travel in bands or clans. It was to achieve a particular goal, and you can't lose sight of that as you are navigating this process. But once you really truly understand the difference between public and private, then a lot more of what I'm saying won't sound coded, but it sounds coded when you don't understand public versus private. And this is not no shade to anybody, but it just, I don't know. There's no nice way to say this, and there's no easy way to explain what's going on. So if you are interested in removing yourself from the ownership of a hostile foreign government, we have a program for that. It's called the MariKaNa band. We will set you up to remove your ownership, your title, and put it in a place where it is safe until such time as you can use it. That is the actual what we're providing. And so, like I said, it's an offer. This is a private transaction. So if you're interested, send me an email. Just put the name MariKaNa band in the title, and as soon as I have the Telegram group ready, I will send you a invitation to the group. You can't share this link with anyone else. This link is only for you. And when you get inside the Telegram group, you have to use well, I'll give you the rules once I announce the Telegram group, but just understand that there are rules, and it has to be rules in order to make sure that there's no problems, because there's always problems when you get groups of Negroes trying to accomplish something. And so we're going to do what we can to fend that off, but we are not going to sugarcoat anything. It's not going to be, all laughing and joking and ha-ha. It's going to be some really serious discussions, because a lot of people don't understand what's going on, and the only way to explain it to you is on a private forum, because it's private information. That's why it can't be on the internet all over the place, because it's private. That's just the way that it is. So again, if you're interested, you want some more information, again, just because you get on the Telegram group doesn't mean you have to sign up right away. I'm going to be doing information sessions so that I can answer questions, general questions that people have about, again, public versus private, the process, and all of that. But the idea is for me to start collecting the information, for me to use this date as the energetic stamp so that our endeavor will be successful. We have to use this day. This day doesn't come again for another 4 years, and we're going to make the most of it. So if you're interested, again, send me an email. My email is on the thing. I won't say it because then the boss will scrape it and send me a bunch of trash. And just put the title MariKaNa Band in the subject area or the title area of the email, and as soon as the link is ready, I will send it to you, and we'll start having discussions. And we're using Telegram, so if you don't have Telegram, you can go ahead and download that, and so you'll be prepared. So and if you have any other questions or whatever, just send me an email, and my email is on the screen. So shalom everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.